Yalden, he has traveled to 50 states and 48 countries. Impressive. Talking with youth, families, and mental health experts. From Spike TV and MTV Made, please welcome to the stage celebrity life coach, Jeff Yalden.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I just got in about 2 hours ago and I'm getting ready to leave, and I was thinking to myself, I didn't prepare for this 10 minutes. I don't know how you do prepare for the 10 minutes. But I was thinking about when I left home, I have a 21-year-old nephew who lives with me, and tomorrow is his birthday. He's going to be 22 years old. He has autism. And I thought about my message to you, and I'm not really here to showcase, but if I can leave you with something that's more important than trying to perform in front of you. My nephew Patrick will never live on his own. He'll never have a job. He'll never get married. He can't even drive a golf cart. And I think to myself, every single one of you in this room has an opportunity to do great things. But many of you limit yourself by certain disabilities. You don't believe in yourself. You're not fast enough. You're not strong enough. And it kind of scares me that every time I go home, I have to see Patrick and be remembered that he'll never be able to do things on his own. And I want you to think about that for a second. Life owes you nothing. The world owes you nothing. And I don't want you to have this sense of entitlement, thinking that because your parents told you when you were young that you're special. I have 5 daughters. You are special, but you're nobody special, more special than anybody else. And I don't want you graduating from college like 80% of the kids graduating. They're not even working in their field of study. And all of a sudden you find yourself at 28 years old, living in your parents' basement, watching late-night television, contemplating why things aren't working out for you, and you're sitting there naked eating your Doritos. Life is not fair. Life will never be fair. And one of the things that bothers me is when we're young, we ask our kids this question: where are you going to go to college? What do you want to do? What do you want to study? Ladies and gentlemen, who cares? Stop stressing so much. Let me ask you this. I think there are 2 things that you have to have in your life. Number 1 is a passion for something. And by you guys coming to APCA, it says that you're involved in your community, you're involved in your school. I also think some enthusiasm. Have a passion, have a purpose, and have enthusiasm. And I promise you, if you have that, your success in life is going to take care of itself. I want to just give you 2 quick thoughts. I'm 44 years old. I'm a fat, bald guy. I've got 5 daughters. I suffer from depression and anxiety. I'm diagnosed with bipolar type 2 and PTSD. I deal with mental health and depression nearly every single day. I work in high schools with parents all over the country on teen suicide. And I ask people this question: what is happiness? And people give me different definitions. Happiness is graduating with a master's degree. Happiness is graduating from college. Happiness is having a great job, making a lot of money, having my family, having a big, beautiful home. When you suffer from depression and anxiety, I'll tell you what happiness is to me. It's 3 questions. 3 questions you ask yourself every night when you lay your head in the pillow at night. Is my life meaningful? And if you can't say yes, you make a change in your life. Number 2, is my life fulfilling? And if you can't say yes, do something to make a change in your life. Number 3, is my life rewarding? Is my life fulfilling? Is my life meaningful? And is my life rewarding? Do something in your life, if you can't say yes to those questions, to have the courage to make a change so that you own your life. Don't let other people own it for you. This is your dream. And I don't want you graduating from college and thinking, well, somebody told me that everything's going to be okay. Life is not fair. It never will be fair. You have to go out there. And one thing someone told me, overnight success takes 15 to 20 years. Do you have the courage to put the time in? Do you have the courage to do little things other people aren't willing to do? And I want to leave you with this. What is one thing in your life that brings disappointment? Expectations, right? We grew up with expectations from our parents. We grew up with expectations from our school, from our teachers, and our coaches. And when expectations aren't met, we become disappointed. I could have come in here with an expectation, well, I only have 10 minutes. What am I going to do in 10 minutes? What about the lights? Why aren't there more people here? There's things you can't control. You can't control people, places, and things. But I have 10 minutes and I can take the microphone, regardless of the sound, regardless of people, and I can own this. And I want you to do that in your life. Own the moment. Own it every single day. That's the objective. Live objectively, not with an expectation, because when we have that expectation and it's not met, we become disappointed. And so the objective for me is I got a little time, I'm going to own it. I'm going to be present, I'm going to be real, I'm going to be engaged. I'm going to have a purpose, I'm going to have direction, I'm going to be enthusiastic, and I'm going to have passion. And so part of that objective is if I respect you, don't you think you're going to respect me back? But yet I'm big, I'm bald, I've got earrings, I've got tattoos, I have a cool, rockin', sexy beard. You're going to judge me. But part of the question is, if I respect you, you will respect me back. Now, what if I respect you, but you choose not to respect me? Is that my issue or is that your issue? It's not about me, it's about their inadequacies. So the question, now you're in college, this is awesome. But it has nothing to do, because when you're 35, 40 years old, no one's going to say, where did you go to college? What was your major? What did you study? People want to know, are you passionate? People want to know, or do you have enthusiasm? And people want to know if you have a commitment to being the best that you're capable of being. That's right. So two basic things. Number one, happiness. Is my life meaningful? Is my life fulfilling? Is my life rewarding? Stop living with an expectation and live with an objective. And I leave you with this last question. What's your name, pretty lady? Stacy. Can I ask you a question? As I ask you this question, I don't want you to just be honest with me. I want you to be honest with everyone. Screw it. I don't want you to be honest with them. I want you to be honest with you. This is my heart to your heart to my heart. When you go home, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and you walk in your house or your dorm, and you close the door behind you and you go up to that mirror. I spent 25 years in counseling. And I think we should have the courage to look at our life in the face, where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. I was abused as a child. My parents are both alcoholics, and I've been on the street since I was 18 years old. Life is not perfect. But I think when we look within ourselves, we really find true meaning to what life really is all about. And the question that I ask you, Stacy, when you look in that mirror, the mirror will never lie, will it? And the mirror will tell you more about you than you're willing to admit, right? When you look in the mirror, do you see a woman as beautiful on the inside as you are on the outside? Don't ever change that. I ask that question nearly every day. And when I ask that question, most of the answer I get is no. You're growing up in a town that media, our marketing, our music is influencing you more than anything else. When you guys go home and you look in the mirror, look at who you are, not how you look. And when you take care of who you are, how you look will take care of itself. I only had 10 minutes. I appreciate your time. I wish you all the best.
Oh, yeah.